The internet is full of questionable content, where many of us as consumers, we don't know what is real or not. We can pretty much look at things if we see it on TikTok or Instagram coming from a content creator that, you know what, this might be false. But when we see it on the news, we pretty much assume that it's true. What would you say if I showed you this clip?
We've got some new developments tonight involving yet another twist in this ongoing YSL RICO case. We're talking about a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy arrested earlier today and accused of trying to smuggle contraband to a defendant in the case. This deputy, Akiba Stanley, in this mugshot here, in the past hour, the Fulton County Sheriff announced she has been fired. And we have learned she was previously fired from the Atlanta Police Department when an investigation found she was unfit to serve as an officer.
Well, that is a story about an officer who is trying to smuggle in contraband to a person that's in jail, a convict. This happened in Atlanta. This is something that you can also believe because it is believable. It happens. Women correctional officers or even male correctional officers are known to do this. And it was reported on 11 Alive, so you can believe it. But what about this?
What you do? What's the first thing you did out of prison?
Called her.
Were you waiting on him?
Hey!
Well, how'd you knew her when you got locked up?
How did we meet?
I was a correctional
She was a guard. I was working.
Oh, you were the officer?
Oh!
Okay. You was an inmate?
Well, you see the connection there, though.
Okay,
Hey!
hold on. Were y'all like already intimate in the building or y'all waited?
We intimate.
Hold on. No, we weren't. No. We were never intimate
We weren't.
while she was. No, we weren't. No, we weren't.
You can't get in trouble.
You just said it wrong.
This is something that happened on the streets. We don't know if this is real. It seems that it could be real, but we're not sure. That's a lady who says she was a correctional officer, who's no longer a correctional officer, in a relationship with a dude that she met in jail when he was in prison, and she just admitted to booty clapping sounds, letting him hit it. Although he don't want to admit that he was also clapping her cheeks. What if I told you about a story? Let's assume there's a TV show. The TV show is about a woman who is married to a UFC fighter, and you know, she has a job in which she's a correctional officer, but she has an affair with a guy inside a prison where she allows the dudes in prison to record her sexual escapades. Would you think that's true? Most of you would not believe that because, again, that would be fake content. And you would be right most of the time. But today, you're not. You're actually wrong, because we're gonna fly all the way to the UK. And we're gonna go to the HMP Wandsworth prison. Now, this prison is a notorious prison where you have this lovely guard, Linda de Sousa Abreu, or Abreu. And she's a lovely lady. Yes, she is. And guess what? She also has a TikTok account called The Playroom X6. And guess who she's married to?
I trusted my Latina. Butter! Butter!
No.
But I heard the belt, the belts. I stopped that, man. Stop, hold on. Stop, hold on. Now I can feel the breeze, like I can feel the breeze in my head.
You never take licks as a kid, bro.
But not to my head.
Just go
I
on.
didn't. Okay, let me try again. I trusted my Latina. Jesús, ¿por qué? If you lick my head, bro. I felt the force, bro. I felt the force come out my head.
That's interesting. Can you trust a Latina? You see some of the comments. No, you can't. You should have never trusted her. Haha. This aged quite exquisitely. Well, she's in a relationship with you guessed it, a black man, but something is interesting with her. Before you start to really get mad, check out a little bit about her history. She is a swinger. She appeared on a show called Swingers Show Open House. Both her and her husband are swingers. She also has an explicit OnlyFans account. Booty clapping sounds. And her husband was also alongside her as an MMA fighter. But wait, what's the problem here? The problem is that she got caught having a sexual escapade with a young man inside a prison while the other guys were recording her. Now the video is on Twitter and I happened to see it, and boy was she doing everything on the video. But stop the show. It's not the problem that she's a swinger or she's doing things like that. The real issue is that she's breaking the law and she's sleeping with an inmate with no protection, going back home and being with her husband. Now he's embarrassed and she's embarrassed. I won't even get into the comments of the video because they're just crazy. But here's what I want to talk about. Her sister talked to the Daily Mail and the sister said this: sad music. She's a swinger. She was on Channel 4 program called Open House. I never saw it. It's not the sort of thing I'd watch with my little sister in. Her sister added, I only found out that she worked for the prison service in January. That's when I spoke to her and said, do not mix your lifestyle with work. Don't be stupid. Don't do stupid things. That's interesting. Why would your sister have to tell you that? I'll tell you, because your sister also knows that you're a 304 and that you're easy. You are known for booty clapping it up. But do you know who looks stupid? Of course she looks stupid because, hey, being a swinger is one thing, but to do it at your job is another, okay? You should have the strength to not be having sex with inmates in the prison when you are really married and you have a kid and you know that you're most likely being recorded, but you don't care. That's first and foremost. But what about this guy? Here you have this black brother out here who is saving this chick who is disrespecting you, and you look like a complete idiot. When you look at the guy, I mean, he seems like he's a tall guy in the UK. Seems like he'd be able to do better than that. But you know what? Hey, he looks dumb. He looks silly. I want to tell guys that all of us have been in this position. Now, what position is that? Well, let me tell you this. We have all wifed a chick who we took care of, we invested in, we did great things for, that literally went and did something with another guy that couldn't give her anything. That's what happens. Guys hate it. We all hate it, but it's occurred, okay? And I don't care if you're a swinger or not. The moment that you find out that your lady, your woman is doing something like that, my friend, you have lost. And at that point, when a man is getting more from your woman or the same thing for giving her nothing, that's when it's time for you to go. Because why should you invest into something that somebody has to invest nothing and gets the same thing that you can get? A woman will sleep with a dude in prison with no condom. You don't know what the guy has. You don't know what the guy is doing. That typically means that she don't respect you and she don't respect herself. Why would you get with a woman like that in the first place? Well, you know why? Being a simp. And I can tell you what it is. Oh man, got me a Latina, got me some mixed kids, and he's on here doing all the little wife challenges and the husband challenges with a chick who's a 304. And you don't want to be this guy. Trust me, I have been that guy. I've been the dude before where my girlfriend get clapped up. I knew the dude who clapped her. I was like 22 years old. I went to Rite Aid where she worked. I begged for her to come back after knowing that she got clapped up by a dude who wouldn't do nothing for her. She told me no, and the other guy wouldn't even be with her, but she still told me no. I was so hurt. I was so devastated. But you know what? In life, where I am today and where she is, I am so glad that she told me no. And guys, you just don't want to be this person. Never, ever overpay. Never overpay. That's one thing. It's okay to pay. It's not okay to overpay. If you're going to deal with a woman, that's fine. But you need to get value for your investment. Nothing hurts more than investing in a lady who is giving that stuff away to somebody who don't care about her for free, but you're there on her period. You're there when she's sick. You're there taking care of her. You're there providing for her. And she goes outside of your jurisdiction and does that to you in front of the whole world and embarrass you like that. Bro, if you don't leave, if you were to ever go back, all she would do is do it again. Get a divorce. And I know you might be a swinger and that might be fine, but to embarrass you in front of the whole world and herself and your family and your kid, that's a no-no. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.